Manga-Waido.
My name is Takashi Kato. I'm 29 years old. Since I was a student up until now, I've always had a hard time socializing with people. I am truly jealous of people who are able to converse and laugh with others with ease. But although I had thought so, I didn't necessarily make any effort to change. I've continued being an introvert nerd who plays games and watched anime as hobbies. Thus, although I'm almost in my 30s, I've never had a girlfriend nor best friend before in my life. On the other hand, I had loads of time to spend by myself. Because I was a serious, earnest person to begin with, the only thing I had to do at a school where I had no friends was to study. I had the brains to begin with, so my grades got higher and higher, and I was able to get into a good university. I graduated without any special event in life in particular, and was able to get a job at a decent IT company. And around this time, I started studying foreign exchange in the stock market. I didn't think I'd be able to continue working in my company's society forever, so I wanted to learn how to earn money alone. I started it as a means of self-defense. Luckily, work wasn't such a hassle for me, and because I was already getting slightly sick of anime and games, I had a lot of time. Because I used that time on researching about trade, I was able to get results quite quickly. In just about a year, I had an amount of savings unbelievable for a person my age. But after I finished work, I just went straight home. I would go straight to my computer without even saying I'm home to anyone. I didn't have anyone to talk to in this lonely room of mine where I lived alone. I didn't go shopping, nor did I have any place I wanted to go. Was that why? One day something had crossed my mind. I have money, but if there wasn't a place to use that money, why am I working hard to earn it? I work at a decent company and I have my results as a trader. I thought naturally that I would be happier than others if I earned a lot of money. However, the results didn't change whether I had money or not. I didn't want to be alone anymore. I want a friend, and a girlfriend too. I also want to get married. As I thought so, I realized that this time I truly wanted to change myself. I decided to register myself on a marriage matchmaking site. A little while after I registered to that site, I decided to meet a 24-year-old woman named Mio, whom I'd been conversing online with. My first date with a woman. As I waited at our meeting place nervously, one lady came to talk to me.
Are you Takeshi?
Yes! There standing in front of me was a beautiful lady with long black hair. I thought at first sight that she was someone easy to talk to. I had already decided where to go for our date, a membership system bar that I often went to. It was a great bar for me to go to because nobody minded me drinking there alone. Of course, it was quite expensive, but the environment was luxurious and it was a wonderful place for a date.
This is a great place, isn't it?
Oh, you know about it? She too was a member here. It was strange that we had never met before, and I was always alone facing the floor. Maybe that was why. Because we coincidentally were users of the same bar, even I, who was not great at conversing with others, was able to enjoy a decent conversation with Mio. Also, when I told her that I was a worker with an IT company...
My father is also the president of a company that has relations with IT firms.
I see. So her father was the president of a company. That's probably why she was able to come to a place like this normally.
I've talked to many men before in my life, but I always thought that my values were different from theirs. Maybe it's because I'm the daughter of a company president, but the places I wanted to go and the content of our conversations were always slightly off.
I see.
But you're different, Takashi. I feel at ease when I'm with you.
Oh. It was the first time a woman said something like that to me, and I was very happy. Even after that, we continued meeting each other and got along very well. After half a year had passed, I couldn't wait anymore and made a marriage proposal.
Of course!
She said yes to me, and I was able to get married! My life with Mio was like a dream, so different from my lonely life when I lived alone. Mio was not good at the housework, unlike what she had told me, but that didn't matter at all. I was just happy that I was able to make use of the money I earned. Even when I got home, I stopped checking the trading market like I used to before. It was something that I did only because I had so much spare time alone. Because I had Mio as my partner now, I didn't need to use my time and energy on the trading market. Just around a year after our marriage one day, No way! I was told that the company I worked at went bankrupt. Apparently, the company was experiencing a financial downfall since a while ago. But now that they were at their limit, they decided to close down. Mio, I have something to tell you.
Huh?
I lost my job and I haven't been investing on the trade market for a while either. I lost all means of income. I honestly told Mia the current situation I was in.
I see.
Mio's reaction was very cold. But of course, there was no way anyone could stay sane after hearing that her husband's company went bankrupt. But don't worry, I will find a new job right away. After that day, I spent all my energy in finding a new job. However, because the season and timing was bad, I had a hard time finding a new place. It was around that time that my unemployment insurance came to an end. Anything was fine. I just needed to find a job. Thus, I started working as a security guard. My salary would drastically decrease compared to when I had my previous job. But with this, I was able to prevent doom. Although we were poor, with Mio, I believed we could get through this. Mio, I found my next job for now.
Oh, that's great. So?
It's a job as a security guard, but...
Security guard? You're kidding. I can't be with you anymore. There's no way I can live under the same roof as someone who has that kind of job.
What? Why?
I'd rather go back to my parents' house then.
Is money everything to you?
Ugh, I'm sorry, but I cannot trust poor people. I decided to meet you in the first place only because you had a high salary written down on your profile on the matchmaking site.
I had started matchmaking because I thought it was sad that the only thing I had was money. But the only thing she was looking at after all was my money. Is that so? I got it. Mio and I got a divorce a little after that. 3 years passed after our divorce. I regained my time alone, and although I was depressed for a while, I decided to get myself back together. I started investing in trade again in hopes of learning how to live independently. I was able to increase my money on track. Now I'm able to spend my time going to luxurious restaurants and buying cars, and finding different ways to make good use of that money. When I posted some pictures on social media, I started getting likes from people I didn't know. I guess this was one way of getting approval from people. It didn't feel bad at all. In the midst of that, I got a call from a number I used to know. Huh? It was Mio. Because she didn't contact me once after that incident, I was a little reluctant, but decided to pick up the phone.
Hello? Takeshi, it's been a while.
What is it all of a sudden?
Can we meet sometime? Can we get back together?
Those were Mio's first words after we met for the first time in 3 years. According to her, she had been thinking about us for the last few years and realized that she had made a huge mistake. She realized that she wanted to get back with me, she told me. Find another man on that matchmaking site.
That's...
I already know. Nobody wanted to meet you, right? That's why you contacted me. And I already knew it. The truth was, the company that I used to work at had business connections with Mio's father's company. It was the company I worked at that went bankrupt first, but Mio's father's company was also in danger. That company also broke down thereafter, and Mio was also probably going through a financial crisis right now.
There aren't any decent men on the marriage matchmaking site. Nobody tries to see the me inside.
Of course. Matchmaking sites are where people find and choose people depending on their visual status, just like you did before. Mio wasn't young anymore. She wasn't the daughter of the company president anymore either. She no longer had the appealing status she once had.
You are able to earn money again right now, right? Let's try again together. We'll be happy, just the two of us.
I'm sorry, but I cannot trust poor people.
How can you say something like that?
That's also what you said before. Don't tell me you forgot that already. After I rejected her like this, she was unable to say anything back. All she did was look at the ground. Saying my final goodbye, I left Mio at the shop, who sat there frozen like a statue. Poor woman. After that, Mio didn't contact me anymore. From what I heard from others, Mio's father's debt was very large, and Mio herself lived in a life of poverty in a small, worn-down apartment. On top of that, because Mio didn't have any experience in working and having a decent job, she committed shoplifting and was caught. She didn't have to go all the way and prove the statement she made saying poor people cannot be trusted. Although she turned into that, she was a woman I once loved. I do hope that someday she will get herself back together. Somewhere I have nothing to do with.